What is up, YouTube? Welcome to PanFro Games. In today's video, we're going to be breaking down all of the brand new details about the Indigo disc. We got some press footage, and I'm excited to talk about this DLC because it looks to be better than I expected. And of course, guys, if you like this type of content, enjoy these videos. Please leave a like, subscribe if you're new. I really appreciate it. Consider supporting the channel by joining the Pan Fam by hitting that join channel member button below. Here we are with some footage for the Indigo disc DLC, and you can see here that we are going to be dealing with the new Elite Four member. We learn about their trial, but we also get to learn about the terrarium that we're going to be hanging out in. It's also cool that there are going to be a lot of trainers out in the area with their Pokemon out there, and you do get to see that we are going to be having a good amount of Alolan forms catchable in the wild. There's Alolan Exeggutor, Alolan Sandslash, Alolan Ninetales, and Alolan Golem. So a lot of cool ones. Unfortunately, there is going to be no Alolan Marowak, especially when we cross-reference with the Dex leak that we know about. Alolan Marowak in the Cubone line did not make it into the DLC, which is very unfortunate because that is my personal favorite of the few of them. So looking at the world here, you can see that we do have rest stops, just like in the other maps. However, there are no towns in the Indigo disc DLC because we're in a big terrarium. So we're just going to be hanging out with a bunch of students, and this area is pretty vast and big, and you can see that there are 4 different areas, as we already knew about. There is the polar area, there's the savanna area, there's the canyons area, and there's like a area that's just like more like a wooded forest zone in general. And each zone is going to have their own particular Pokemon that you can catch. Like Savannah is going to have the Zebstrika line. Kanjoin Tauros is going to be there as well, which is cool that we can actually catch Kanjoin Tauros in the game. I think that's really neat as well. But there's a lot of cool Pokemon, and you can see that there are also these structures that are just hanging out in the zones. And I'm very interested in how these structures are going to work. Can we picnic on them? Can we picnic reset on them? And just looking at this as a shiny hunter gives me a lot of different ideas of maybe some sort of picnic reset spots that we can have here. Now, this DLC is not going to be easy. This is going to be a post-game DLC area. You do have to beat the main game and the Teal Mass to enter here. And trainer battles seem to be from level 60 to 70s, and every single battle in this DLC is going to be a double battle, and they're actually going to be using competitive strats that you would see in VGC or strats that would cover for their weaknesses. So you definitely want to have a good team going into this. This is a true end game content, so I would recommend having 6 good Pokemon coming into it and then switching out your Pokemon as you would like throughout the area. Now, something that is on the screen here, there are going to be side quests for bringing certain Pokemon to different characters, and you'll be getting rewards for them. We don't know what the exact rewards are, but this quest is, oh, here's an Alolan Exeggutor. There you get your prize. So you do want to be catching all the Pokemon. Of course, you want to get whatever the new charm is going to be. Hopefully, it's going to be a useful charm and not the Terra Shard charm, probably the Mark charm. Speaking about Terra Shards, this DLC will have Terra Shards on the ground, items you can pick up, but you can actually pick up a lot more Terra Shards. There was one item that someone picked up, and it was just 18 rock Terra Shards. So that's a lot of Terra Shards right there, and pretty much the best way to Terra Shard farm is going to be running around and picking up items, so no need to do raids to farm for Terra Shards anymore, which is going to be really sweet. We also have the new minigame, which is one Koraidon Miraidon can now completely fly now in this minigame. This is very much a Spyro the Dragon inspired type of level where you just go through the rings and you get time for going through the rings. I believe this is actually going to have a multiplayer function as well, and this could be essentially our next Ogre Alston. I don't know what the rewards for that's going to be, but that's actually going to be pretty exciting that we at least have more stuff. And of course, when you do end up beating the DLC, you do get that fly ability permanently unlocked, and you can use that back in Kitakami, back in Paldea as well, which is all really sweet. Now, besides double battles, there are going to be new moves added, new TMs, and the TM list is going to be expanding for us, which is going to be crazy. That's going to be pretty huge for VGC. Triple Axle, another phenomenal move. Skitter Smack, Meteor Beam is very exciting. Breaking Swipe's a really good one. Scorching Sands is another great one. Curse, coaching. Electro Web is great too, and there's gonna be a bunch more. Of course, there are new moves. We saw the new moves that were at Worlds, Upper Hand and Psychic Noise, but there's also a new move called Supercharged Shell and Hard Press. Hard Press is a steel type move, which does more damage the higher the target's hit points, which is actually going to be incredibly interesting in something like VGC. I wonder if that's actually going to be good. They didn't actually get to see any of the new Pokemon, but we still know, obviously, like Iron Crown, Raging Bull, and Arceus is coming. These guys didn't get to see Area 0. Of course, and my suspicion is the new Paradox Pokemon are going to be in Area 0, so we will be going back to Paldea to actually capture those Pokemon, which is going to be pretty cool. Now, in terms of performance, does this actually make the game's performance run better? Not really. It's mostly the same as we have already experienced in Kitakami. This is not the final version of the DLC. This is still a preview, so we don't know. Maybe we'll get better, but I'm not going to be too hopeful that they improve the performance or the frame rate or anything like that here. But overall, this DLC seems to be great endgame content. Every battle being a double battle is going to be great. It's going to actually add a lot more difficulty to it. I do hope the prizes are worth it. I do hope we get some sort of like post-game battle tower. And I do hope we get some sort of like a raid battle thing with legendary Pokemon for a post-game shiny hunting content, because that would be really cool. Looks like we're going to have 230 plus Pokemon added to the dex. So that's going to be a little bit of a bigger dex than Kitakami. And it seems like this area is also going to be bigger than Kitakami as well. So this is definitely going to be the meatier part of the DLCs. Well, there you have it, guys. That is all of the new information for the Indigo Disc DLC. If you are excited for this DLC, let me know in the comment section below why you're so excited for this DLC. I'm incredibly excited for sure. Anyways, guys, if you like this type of content, enjoy these videos, please leave a like, subscribe if you're new. I really appreciate it. You can support the channel by joining the Pan Fam. Hit that join channel member button below, and I'll catch you guys next time. Peace out and have a good one.